I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Monday, coming in off of the weekend. Junior had a good old time in Delray. Got put to bed at 9 o'clock on Saturday. It's a good time.
So much fun.
That's good. Yeah, I got a little bit of football in this weekend, as I do. Greatly disappointed with those Miami Dolphins. Greatly disappointed.
How about your Buckeyes? How'd they do for you?
Good. I mean, they played Grambling State, so
They played Grams. Come on.
Yeah, so it was kind of one of those, basically a elevated practice.
We call that padding your stat games.
Yes, yes. I think it was 70-0. So.
Oh my!
70-0. Yeah.
Why didn't play the fourth?
Why
quarter?
are we even doing this?
I don't know. Honestly, I got that question too, and you know, because look, I grew up a college fan because we didn't really have a pro team. I grew up outside of Columbus, Ohio, and the Buckeyes were your pro team. And that is a massive flaw. And college is getting more like the NFL because you pay players now, and they've just got to go all in on the NFL model. I mean, Ohio State season, there's no reason why every game shouldn't be again. Because the NFL, they almost call them, what is it? There's a term that they use for it. It's like a level up game or a match game maybe, where the other team has about the same quality of players you do.
You're on par.
Right. So Ohio State played Texas at home, their first game.
That's an on par game.
Yeah, Texas was ranked number 1. Ohio State was number 3 at the time. And they're like going, okay, they match up. You look across the line from you, and there are other 4 and 5 stars all across the field. It's just they're all highly recruited people that are recruited by the same schools. Not the case when they played who they played. The NFL, every game is like that, or supposed to be, unless you're watching the Dolphins Colts. Then it looks a lot more kind of like Ohio State versus Grambling State. So
Grambling State. It sounds like it's made up.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Doesn't even sound real. Yeah, it was just some of these teams, and there was, who was it? Was it Texas A&M? East Texas A&M. I'd never even heard of. I think maybe it was Florida State that played them. Somebody played East Texas A&M. And I love college football and have watched it my entire life. Never even heard of this school. I'm like, so I know Texas A&M.
And did they get
East Texas A&M? What the hell is that?
Did they get their ass kicked too? Were they picking up their dicks after the game? Like, oh, I just got that shit knocked out of me.
Yeah, same thing. They got blasted. It was Florida State that played them. Beat them 77-3.
Oh.
I mean, they literally got their dick knocked in the dirt.
But it's one of those games where you look and you're like going, is there really, you know when they do a movie and they can't use a big brand name because they haven't paid for it? That's what East Texas A&M is.
Why don't East Texas A&M and Grambling State play?
They should.
Ohio and FSU can play.
It's one of the dumbest things. I don't get why they still have these overly matched games in college. It doesn't make any sense. It's not good for the fans. Can't be good for the players. Honestly, in some respects, it's not healthy.
It's dangerous.
It's dang dangerous because some of these guys that Ohio State has on their team, and like Texas, they're so much bigger and so much faster. Like, you can destroy these, but you know what happens? Their school gets a big check. I think Ohio State paid Grambling State $2 million to come play them. So they do it. But again, that's why they're now paying players, is because before the school, they didn't care about the health of their players. They're getting them killed in these kind of games, and they were reaping all the benefits. And the guys who are going to have their leg on backward for the rest of their life is like, hey, man, do I get any of that money? Nope, sorry.
I guess the only thing you could say is it's teaching people, even when you're getting your ass kicked and getting beat down, you at least finished the game. And even growing up, even when I was on the shittiest team, I hated the 10-run mercy rule. I wanted, if my team sucked and we got beat 32-1, there's something special about even losing that bad, going, hey, we at least completed it. You learn from losing. I get this is a little bit different because people could get hurt.
Well, the coach for Grambling State going into it, he's like, well, we kind of know what the outcome's going to be, but hey, the band should be good.
Oh, shit.
It's like, what are we doing? I was just watching this like, why are we even playing this game? This is so dumb.
Right.
Thanks for the pep talk, coach.
Yeah, there's no, but he's not, what is he going to say? He's like,
go out and get him, guys.
I don't know, man. We're going to give it our best shot. So you had no chance. Ohio State's fourth string would beat their starters.
The pep talk is, guys, please protect your head. Just don't.
When you see him coming at you, just run the opposite way. That's what I would do. I'd be like, just stay alive.
Let him score.
Yes. I would every offensive play, I would just punt. And then every defensive play, I'd be like, all right, go ahead, dog. I can't bring you down.
It's all you.
I can't tackle you.
With that score, it sounds like they did.
Well, I mean,
that was about it. That's what it looked like.
Well, just let them score because you tried and they still scored.
Right.
So just let them go through.
Yeah, so college got to get together. That's a massive complaint I got on the college level. And I think it's why, Americans love the NFL a lot more than they do college. It's by a good bail. Unless, again, you're a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
What the hell that thing was yesterday, I have no idea. I was kind of hopeful. I had, realistic expectations. I was like, they may not win, but you want to see them fight. You want to see what they look like. They had no fight in them. They had nothing. They couldn't even snap the ball. They just were dysfunctional at every single level. They couldn't get enough guys on the field the right time. Honestly, everything the Colts said in that practice saying, this team is terrible. Like, they're not even an NFL team. They're not wrong. They're not even an NFL team. Like, I would like to see Ohio State play Miami, the Dolphins. I think it could be a game. I really do.
I believe you.
I think it could be a game. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
I think the Buckeyes would give them a run for it.
That's crazy.
That's how bad the Dolphins are. Yeah, just unreal. And everybody's now trying to figure out, okay, how long before Mike McDaniel gets fired? They already figured he's going to be the first one fired. I honestly thought he might get fired after the game yesterday.
That might be a fun game to play. When does he get fired? Everyone predicts it, and whoever comes close to the date, they win a prize. They win Dolphin tickets.
That would be the easiest contest to give those things away, because if he keeps coaching, there's not going to be any demand on these tickets.
There's no way this could be a situation where a bad news bears kind of a thing, where all of a sudden, like game 4, it all clicks, and then there's no shot.
I don't know. I don't think so. I was watching yesterday for that to see if they had some life. Like I said, a win didn't have to happen because they thought it was going to go either way. Colts or Dolphins, but then just seeing how they came out, they got no heart, they got no direction, they don't know what they're doing, they're just soft, and you can't just undo that. They've put the wrong players on the field. Chris Greer gone, got to fire him. Mike McDaniel can't coach him, gone, got to get rid of him. Tua is washed, gone, got to get rid of him. Tyreek gone, got to get rid of him. I'd just get rid of everybody. I would just start over.
I would straight
get rid
up.
of them all.
Only if this man would be into it. I say you bring back Marino for one more season.
Right. Honestly, Dolphins fans would take him. I would.
It would be something I would tune into. Go, shit, Dan Marino's quarterback?
Isn't he like 70?
Yeah, that's why I would watch it. And watch him fucking nail it, too.
Yeah. So it's tough. Well, it's what sucks, because as a Dolphins fan, you come out, every team has got a little bit of hope. But Dolphins are the one franchise that I just saw out of all. And there were some close games, and not every team obviously won. But there was nothing as bad of a beatdown as that Colts-Dolphins game all across the NFL. And you're just like, God, they are terrible. Just bad. And so it's just really freaking depressing. And and you're angry because you had said you knew this was going to happen. And you don't have the money that Stephen Ross does. And you're like, dude, these guys all suck. We know the end results. And that's the insanity of it, is you kept trying to run it back thinking it was going to change. They're not cut out for their jobs. Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, love him. He's a nice guy. I'm sure they're sweet gentlemen, but this is the NFL.
All right, Marino's only 63. He's got...
He would do a better job than Tua. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. He would do a better job than Tua.
Call him up.
That's what I'm saying. What do you have to? I mean, if this season's already shit, like everybody's saying, might as well turn it into a publicity stunt.
Yeah. Yeah. It couldn't have been really much worse. It was just really god awful what they put on the field. So. Going to be a long season, Dolphins fan. I guess all you can root for is that they fire him quick and that they, somehow get in the, but they need everything.
You actually have to root for the Dolphins as in the fish. You have more of a, positive experience, I think.
So who would they hire to coach the team? Do they have somebody and they don't want to fire him till they have somebody?
You got to start general manager. You got to start front office. I honestly would if I were Stephen Ross, I'd just walk in and be like, everybody just go. You're all out. I'll give you a severance, but get out of here. Just everybody.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'm just the ball boy. Get the fuck out of here, too. Take your fucking balls and get out of here. Yeah, you too. All of you.
And we're also looking at you, Dolphin mascot. Are you bringing the heat?
TD, gone.
You fired TD?
Yes, TD, out of here.
Could you imagine
go.
calling TD into the office, but he keeps his mask on and go, you're fired. Get the fuck out of here.
Just see him sadly walking out.
His head swung.
He stays in the costume.
Yes.
Yeah. Seriously, what needs to happen today? Jeff was saying the quad box on YouTube that Panda has, you were talking about earlier that you're watching, Virginia, said it does not allow you to see the local aired games that are like on CBS, NBC, or Fox. So that might be something you'll have to work around because you get a quad box, but that's all the YouTube ones. And, you know, Panda's not, for him, not being a Jets, Giants, or Bills fans, those are normally the games that we get on our local stations. So that would be it. If he loved any of those teams, he probably wouldn't be able to get that in his quad box. But the good news for him, being a Buffalo Bills fan, they're not typically the local game that they show.
Yeah, he's never going to watch anything in a quad if the Bills are on.
Yeah, but if that happened, he might wind up with a dilemma saying it's either watching the Bills and nothing else, or if he, you know, there was one game, so you might not always get what you want.
I think I'm going to turn into... I'm just being a dick, but overly optimistic Dolphin fans, no matter what. Still our year, man. It's going to be our year. It's our year, man.
They were so pissed yesterday. I couldn't believe it. And they kept coming. They were at the Moose Lodge, and they were all drinking. And they kept coming up to me. They're like, you say on the radio for us how bad the Dolphins suck.
Well, that's
like
I just couldn't believe it. I was just watching. And, you know, the only thing that was fun for me yesterday during that game was I get on Dolphins Twitter. And so it's just, and I was just reading the comments, and it was just, that was the only thing was fun because I'm like, good. Everyone's as pissed as I am. Oh my gosh. Hot pissed. Hot pissed are Dolphins fans. Couldn't even believe what they put on that field. Just hot pissed, and rightfully so. And then just McDaniel's press conference was just terrible. It was as bad as his game. It just didn't make anybody feel good. So, you know, we all kind of sucked. Basically, that was it. It's like, all right. Something that is good, though, Oasis is now head to North America. And got an email from Adam. He said, yeah, I just saw him at the Rose Bowl in L.A.
Oh.
Yeah, in Pasadena there. My fiance and friends, we all traveled down from Portland, Oregon. Concert was absolutely mega.
If they come down here, that'd be something we should look into going to.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't want to miss that.
That's one we should go to because you don't know when that's going to explode or implode. And if they come down here, we should go because you and I especially love Oasis. A lot of songs by them that we love.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Some of the stars that were there on Saturday, it says Niall Horan, Kristen Stewart, Rita Ora, Salma Hayek, Vince Vaughn, Billy Zane, Demi Lovato, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, Paul McCartney was there. He had a VIP suite.
Paul always finds his way in there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just somewhere in the mix, old Paul.
And Adam said that I chopped it up with some folks who flew in from Ireland and England. I was surprised to learn that Oasis is bigger than the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, Queen, and Pink Floyd in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
I asked why. What do you mean? They said from album sales and American awareness, you would think not, but apparently Oasis is bigger because they affected the culture of England.
Dude, they're king shit of fuck mountain over there. That's why it's a big deal.
Yeah, which leaks into the rest of the UK. Everything from clothing, slang, beliefs. The band pushed setting goals and hard work to make your dreams happen, and the lifestyle described in Oasis music, which celebrates the working class, smoking, drinking, and snorting. Okay.
And they sounded like the Beatles.
He said, I met a bunch of different fans throughout my weekend, and Oasis' dominant cultural footprint seems to be a consistent thing among these pasty white fuckers.
Yeah, there's certain countries where you'll know the artists here, and they've had some hits, and they're popular. But if you go to other countries, they are treated like gods, and they're the person. They're the big star of that country.
Which is amazing.
They're already done with the U.S. They're not coming back.
Shit.
You missed it.
What dates did they play and
All
where?
they did was Chicago, Jersey, L.A.
Don't go away.
Now they're in Mexico City.
Really? So
Yep.
that's it, huh?
That's it, baby.
Huh.
You missed it if you missed L.A.
Oh, well.
Well, I'm looking back in anger.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah, you get them next time.
Get them next time. Yeah. And Lucas has said, a while ago I mentioned that the KVJ app would not work in some countries that I've been to, and I'm currently on a new trip through 6 countries. On the first 4, Egypt, Jordan, India, and Cambodia. And here's what happens with the app. If you use your phone data, my operator has free international data. The KVJ app works, and you can listen to the show. However, if you open the app using Wi-Fi overseas, the app will not work.
Huh.
The weird thing is, if you start listening to the show using the phone data, then switch to Wi-Fi while playing, the app will work fine.
Trick it.
Yeah, in a sense you do. Yeah, that's what you have to do, I guess. About the KVJ website, if you use Wi-Fi, it does not work. I have copied a screenshot below that says it hasn't been available overseas since 2016. YouTube is perfectly fine, though. So attached also a photo of Petra, Jordan, where KVJ was my company during most of the day walking there. And that is just one of those places that you just got to get to. That is unreal. They feature that in the second Indiana Jones movie. And when I was in Israel, some people were starting to talk about like, hey, let's go to Petra. It was like a day's drive away. And I think we'd have to skip a lot. And I was like, oh man, I'm tempted. But yeah, it's just one of those things that's on the bucket list. Because that's just amazing. Carved out of that rock like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Some info here on Japan from Engineer Keith. He said, I heard from another person that Japan life was just better for them. I want to say I agree completely. I lived there for 4 years.
4 years?
Yep.
Dang.
I came back to the States just for work-life balance. Work is the only thing that sucks there. Hard work doesn't help you progress in your career. Time does. Okay, so it's like you could be a really young hotshot and be like, oh my gosh, I got all these great ideas. Use me, promote me, give me more responsibility. And like, no, in good time,
Wait.
grasshopper.
Wait till you get
Yeah.
my age.
Right, yeah.
And you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I love old wise people, but fuck, man, I don't know too many of them.
Right.
I don't know if we have them here in the States.
No, you got to go to Japan.
You gotta go somewhere else. And I always pictured, when you get old, you're all wise and shit. You trade out your youth for wisdom and knowledge. But if you're old and mean,
we got to go to Japan where they get respect.
yeah, there are definitely countries that treat older people with a. Here we're like, oh, you're over the age of 55. Go fuck yourself, you dinosaur. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think, in America, we base so much on our looks and appearance that I think that's a big part of it is just when you start, and look, at a certain age, you're just not going to be as hot as you used to be.
Of course not. There was someone, when we talk about Italy, someone sent me a message and goes, my grandma is like 88 years old. And one of the things she does all the time, she makes sure she gets a broom and just sweeps up because she feels like she still wants to be a part of everything. And people respect that about her. And they look up and go, oh, that's nice. You're
not contribute.
And there's still value to people who are older. And I think here sometimes we think just because someone's getting older, they're losing value. They may not have what they have back in the day, but they might have replaced it with wisdom if you give them a shot.
Yeah. In fact, I just saw today, I think it was some old dude, like maybe almost 100 that just scaled Mount Fiji.
Oh, wow.
None of us could do that shit.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Yeah, he said on the third day of hiking, he's like, I don't know, I might have to get this up. But then he just saw how many people were getting inspiration from it. He felt like he had to kind of finish it up to make a statement.
That's the will to live, my man.
Yeah.
That's the human spirit.
Good for him.
Let me see AI climb that mountain. Mm-hmm. They probably can get robots to climb a mountain in 2 seconds.
Yeah, robot dog.
Then they start making new mountains.
They'd be up there on day one waiting for you.
You're right. See you in 4 days.
But Engineer Keith did say tech in Japan is so over exaggerated. They still use fax machines and hand do all their paperwork. They don't use computers or tablets in schools or work. Cities aren't smart. There are a few and far between cool little things, but 99% is like living in the early 2000s in Japan.
That's not what I heard. I haven't heard that. But me and AI engineer Keith will have a conversation. I'm going to be seeing him soon.
You're going to believe Jaybird, the guy that lived there 4 years.
I mean, obviously Jaybird. I love AI engineer Keith.
I love arguing Jaybird, who's never stepped foot in Japan, but knows more than the guy that lived there for 4 years.
Oh, my bad. My best friend's only half Japanese. My bad. Like Denny's teaches me all about the culture.
But you've never been.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! You're wrong all the time.
Get the fuck out of here.
Denny's, how often you go to Japan?
Never.
Never been. Okay, never been. Okay.
Tell us about Hurricane Andrew again, Virginia.
I just tend to believe Engineer Keith.
Engineer Keith knows I'm busting his balls. I love Engineer Keith.
And Ron said Italy is a much better place to visit than Japan. More technology was invented by Italians. The microchip and touchpad in nuclear reactors are a few. Ask all your pizza maker friends if Italy is better than Japan. Okay. Well, there you go.
Oh, I already asked Denny's a question about Japan. He did not have my back.
Nope. I've never been, man. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck Bert's talking about.
And we talked a little bit about the technology of the 3D printed house, which there is a couple in Palm Beach Gardens that is building. And the thing that was so interesting about it is that it comes out stronger. You can build it bigger, and it's cheaper. You're going, oh, that's about everything you want, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that sounds like it's probably a good idea. Bettina and Donald Kretz are building the 6,500 square foot 3-structure home near Palm Beach Gardens using 3D concrete printing. They're partnering with Marco Designs in New Jersey, and they're using a robotic arm that layers hurricane-resistant concrete hardened to 7,300 PSI, nearly triple the traditional block strength.
Wow.
Faster, cleaner, cheaper, needs less labor. And Florida just added 3D printing to its building code in 2023, and engineers are starting to really start using it now. So Morgan said, my husband's company is the one that is blocking for the electric or bidding for the electric on the house. He said it's wild. They have to move the machine. It's super long on a fabricated table, and it just works to pour the concrete and only gets about a 10 by 10 section done a day. And he's the electrician. He doesn't know how they're going to wire it. And the inside, there is no drywall, just stucco. And the roof is the only thing that's wood.
Huh.
So that is kind of interesting. So I guess within the concrete itself, you'll have to make holes for all that stuff. She said the computer pours holes to put installation in the pipes for the wiring. So you got to build it a little bit differently. But Engineer Keith has got something here.
Another one.
Oh, yeah. Another one about 3D printing, which actually is his major. He has a master's degree in 3D printing. But Jaybird will put him in his place here in a second.
Jaybird knows about 4D printing.
First of all,
in your face, Engineer Keith.
Let me just say this.
Man's already in 4D.
I saw a YouTube video about Japan, so whatever. I know about Japan now.
The one downside of it is that concrete is terrible for Wi-Fi signals. The best solution is to run Ethernet cables through the walls during construction. Okay. So there you go. So it does have a downside. But the real benefits are speed, a massive reduction in material waste, and incredible design freedom to create complex curves and shapes that are difficult with traditional methods. So you can do different things with your house, make it maybe more futuristic than you could.
Huh.
And yeah, you just have the gigantic robotic system that prints the concrete walls. Human crews are then still essential for installing the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, the windows, the doors, and all the interior finishes. But fascinating stuff to look into if you're going to be building a house. Maybe just run around the 3D issue.
Now, I do want to get Engineer Keith's kind of thoughts behind. Remember I said, what if you could, do a 3D printing for animals? Remember that question?
You wanted to make an animal?
You don't remember this?
Yeah. We made fun of you.
Get out of here.
You can't make a living thing.
No shit. I know, not now. That wasn't the statement. It was in the future. Couldn't you see some type of, in a sense, it's kind of like cloning in a way from a certain point of view. I know about Japan.
Bless your heart.
He does actually talk about 3D printing human tissue.
Okay.
He said, we are successfully printing living tissue. A biocompatible gel like Jell-O is loaded with living stem cells like seeds that are printed into a 3D structure. So they're using it maybe for like blood vessels and some things like that. So you're not printing up a whole new human. It's not like Westworld, like on HBO, where they're just, printing up a
so you can
human
make parts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. I know. Not such a stupid question. I remember when you used to call me stupid about robots taking over the world, and now you're going, Kev, I think you might be right.
And he said, you were theorizing about genetic control and the future of making babies. You were wondering if we're heading towards a future where we can control the genetics of our kids. That's already a routine part of fertility treatments today. Pre-implantation genetic testing, PGT. And he said, I learned this while doing IVF with my son. Adorable. Aww. Right there. Engineer Keith's kid.
Is that a computer engineered baby or is that a real baby?
That is IVF baby.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think any parts were printed on a 3D printer.
Cutie.
So cute.
Yeah, but it's basically a genetic quality check for embryos created through IVF before a pregnancy even begins. Several embryos, PGT allows doctors to test a few cells from each of those embryos to check for two main things: the right number of chromosomes, like Down syndrome, to see if they have that, and then specific inherited diseases like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, stuff like that. And it can identify which embryos are free of that disease, stopping it from being passed down. I know with Canon, we had done the same thing, and you plant the strongest ones.
Okay.
And for the best results. So the control isn't about changing or editing genes. It's about selecting the embryo that has the best natural chance of survival and health. Gene editing with CRISPR, which scientists have discovered is not yet safe to use in human embryos and is banned for making babies. So that's kind of what I was talking about, where you can go in and manipulate genes and change them all up. So right now they're saying, no, because we don't know what you're going to make. So that's banned. You're not allowed to do that.
I want to make a Bat Boy.
Right. Somebody probably would. He said the basic idea of selecting embryos based on their genetic health is happening every day in fertility clinics around the world. So there you go. How about this technology?
It's helped out a lot of people. I know that much. That struggled, having a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, if you've had birth defects or issues and all those kind of things, IVF, if you can scratch up the coin, that's the downside. It would be nice if everybody could do it and everybody could afford it, but
it's expensive as hell, right?
Yeah, it's like $10,000. So it's something that, for most people you'd want to have to save up for. And, they may do payment plans. I don't even know. Can you put a baby on layaway?
You can finance anything.
Yeah, there might be a Groupon involved.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. So when you pay it off, you pick up your kid. I go pick up a 16-year-old.
That's how long it takes to pay it off.
Dad, where you been? I've been trying, son. I've been working, man.
I've been paying you off, man.
Yeah. $30 a month, kid.
$30 a month. I even opened up a new Instagram page. Didn't really help much. Did everything I could. So here we go. This is the fun stuff that we were going to get into on Friday, and we said, no, we're not going to do it. It's Friday. Got a lot of emails I want to get to with your comments. Danielle on the vaccines. She said, so if Florida removes vaccine mandates, then the cost will be out of pocket if insurance won't cover it either. The households that can't afford the vaccine for all of their children don't have a choice. So, yeah, a lot of people got views on this. I think that they're already trying to meet a bit, saying, okay, well, I guess we're going to be doing this. Have you guys really thought it through? And I don't know that they feel confident that our government has thought through this decision at the state level of all the ins and outs and what could be happening. So they're going to start kind of doing that now on the local level, saying, okay, what do we have to be prepared for? I think they said it's going to be 90 days before that is kind of lifted, and then you get to make your own choices about that. And there are a lot of people that, are all about it. So, it just kind of depends upon where you go. Some people love to be able to have that freedom, and other people just say this is a terrible idea with the immunity and all that. Karen She had said, because I know we had said, you know what, just ultimately when it comes to vaccines and whatnot, just go talk to your doctor and trust them.
Karen, she's not a Phillies fan, is she?
No. I'm not sure she's a doctor's fan either. She said, yeah, trust the doctors. Great idea. And she goes back to some of the ads they had in the 50s of them telling you to smoke cigarettes. These are the actual ads of real doctors.
Fucking insane.
Yeah. Took up them ciggies.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, so go ask the doctors. They always give you the best advice. Mm-hmm. And got this from Keith. We'll just call this whole episode Engineer Keith. He's like the fourth member of the podcast. And he said, yeah, vaccines do not cause autism. He said, this is all the stuff that's out there. This myth originated from a single fraudulent 1998 study that has since been retracted and its author's medical license revoked. There was a Danish study with 650,000 children. Meta-analysis of over 1.2 million children have found no link between the MMR vaccine or any vaccine and autism. He said the high vaccination rates are necessary for herd immunity. Herd immunity breaks the chain of infection and protects everyone, especially critical for protecting the most vulnerable, such as infants, too young to be vaccinated, cancer patients, and other immunocompromised individuals. And he said the unvaccinated endanger the vaccinated. No vaccine is 100% effective, and a small percentage of vaccinated people can still get sick. Breakthrough infection, that's when a vaccination rates in a community are low, disease spreads more easily. So everyone, including vaccinated people, is exposed to the virus more often. More frequent exposure increases the chances that a vaccinated person will experience a breakthrough infection. AI Engineer Keith.
Coming to you from Japan.
Yes. So there you go. So, yeah, I mean, the freedom is there. And then, hey, if you believe strongly on it, just make sure you're one of those people that's doing the vaccinations. So, you know, if it'll reverse itself, I don't know. Like I said, the issue is it's about a 20/80 issue right now. Just from what I've seen on some of the polls. I know when we even talked about it when they first announced it, it was about 20%. We're like, yeah, I love the freedom. And look, I'm all about, you know, personal freedom as well. But I think about 70 to 80%, right around that mark, are very concerned and said, yeah, I kind of like having the mandates on there just to make sure everybody's doing what we think they need to be doing. But there's going to be a lot more conversation that's going to be had about vaccines in the state of Florida. So just strap on in and get ready.
Yes, it's not going anywhere.
No, it's not. No, we're just we're at phase 1 right now.
I'm working on a snack scene. Vaccine. And guys, it's on. it's Monday. Yeah, don't work.
And Gator Mom from Pembroke Pines said, I had shingles numerous times, but thank God they're all mild cases before the age of 50. But as soon as I turned 50, I got the vaccine. I heard Virginia saying the pharmacist told her the second shot is really bad. I personally did not experience that. I am super sensitive to medications, and with both shots for the shingles, I had very mild symptoms. Just wanted to let you know.
That's good to know.
That is good to know. Yeah, in case you decide to do that shot. You're right there. And Karen also has a question about Jaybird's trifocals. Did your eye doctor actually call them trifocals?
Yes.
Okay. I have progressives, which has 3 ways to see, but no lines. Took me about half a day to get used to them.
Yes. No, I do appreciate all the emails calling me a dumb fuck for not learning how to read through trifocals. I'm like, fuck, I'm not reading emails anymore.
Well, you can't anyway if you lose those glasses.
You're right. I can't even see the hate anymore.
You can't find your glasses, and it's a good thing because all the emails call you dumb fuck.
I feel your hate, but I can't see it.
Jaybird, you don't have any kids. Shut the fuck up. All right, you got it.
There you go. And Matt D in the Pizzle says, can we get some new ATSP theme songs? It's been over 6.5 years. Or has Jaybird lost his edge again?
Oh, damn.
I know. I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks.
For me, I personally am kind of in the belief that I think people like the same old theme songs, even if they're old as hell.
They do.
And so I'm kind of on that because I just know... And I'm only going on our own audience's response, too. If we did switch up, and a couple times during our history, we had switched up a theme song. And I remember we got a lot of blowback on that. People are like, what happened to the old theme song? So we kind of just said, you know what? If you make them and they're good and the people seem to like them, keep them because you get to know the words and all that. I don't know anybody's demanding that. And I just remember, because as a kid, I used to watch that Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And he used to every do, how you doing? Yeah. A new thing. And I always I'm like, keep the damn song. I like
I stand with Kevin on that. I think theme songs are important. But yeah, after I stop the 11 projects that I'm doing, I'll work on some new theme songs for just that one person.
Yeah. I just don't even think, that's, unless people overwhelmingly like, yeah, we got to do that. So I'll put up a poll right now. Do you want new KVJ theme songs? You can let me know.
I will. I mean, I love doing theme songs. It's really some of the most fun I have doing this job. I just don't have time right now. We're in the middle of making a movie.
Like I said, I'm not asking for it. I don't think I'd even want to play them right now. So I think it's the right play to keep what we have, unless
if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
And people like them. Don't we have two? We have two.
We have three.
We rotate through three.
We had three. Then we have our morning show one. And then we've got about 6 or 7 theme songs throughout the week.
That's a lot.
I think I'm losing my edge. I'm over the edge.
Right now it's about a 70-30 issue. 70% saying no, they don't want new theme songs. Okay. So we're good. Until that needle changes and moves in a different direction and it flips to 70-30, already do a new theme song.
It's 11 seconds long. Yeah. And by the way, it's free.
Yeah. And one thing here from Tom G. He said, I am moving soon. I was cleaning out my attic, and I was born and raised in Palm Beach Gardens for 40 years, so I came across some old attic treasures, 8 bottles of Coca-Cola, ranging from the early 90s to 2001.
Wow.
Jaber wants to chug. I'm happy to donate him to the cause.
Bring that shit on. I'm losing my edge, apparently. Let's fucking do this shit.
He loves to drink old, gross soda. Yeah. He's done it before.
Oh, yeah. They don't think I can do it? I can do it.
And he's even got a Shoney's bear to throw in there for you.
Oh, that is amazing. I'll buy that off of you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That Shoney's, if they're selling it, I'll buy it.
Okay, I think they're just going to give it to you.
Well, that's very kind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kindness abounds.
I love that. I remember the Shoney's doll.
That Shoney's was the bomb. That was the best the best breakfast buffet in town.
If you were poor and your parents didn't, they try to trick you to think you weren't poor, they go, we're going to Shoney's. They made that shit sound like it was fancy.
It was $1.99 for the breakfast buffet, and you felt like a king.
And how cozy were you when you went to that thing?
Oh, loved it.
Shoney's and Sizzler were considered very fancy in our house.
It was special.
Mm-hmm.
And you dressed up for Red Lobster.
Yes. Well, if you're looking for a new place and you're not yet following us on kvj.eats, go do that. I went to go check out the Bungalow Bar and Grill in Boynton Beach. It's kind of right off the beaten path, so you kind of got to know that it's there to be able to find it. But if you want, especially when we get great weather, I was there on Sunday and it wasn't miserable. It was still nice, and it was midday and
nice.
Had some cocktails there, and they got a stage and do live music and all that kind of stuff. Good to check out. And I know you did a video for the Ray.
Yes.
You went in Delray.
Down in Delray. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. So we got a couple new videos for you to go check out. So go ahead and follow kvj.eats. And you can find all the cool places we're finding and also recommend some as well, because we're looking to find new places. And if we like them, we'll make a video of them and post it up there for you to check out. All right, y'all, enjoy your Monday. See you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.